Because I was bullied, I find if someone shows me who they are, or I worry that they have some toxic patterns, I go into dread mode, and it may be an exaggerated story in my head, but everything becomes quite simple for me. They're dead to me and it's over. Hi friends, it's Caroline. One ADHD trait that can really affect relationships is black and white thinking. If you have ADHD, you might describe something as an epic failure. I would never do that. I tend to say things are good or bad. It was a total failure or a total success. Before I forget, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click all the things. Like most events in our lives, everything is sort of nuanced and nothing is a total failure. No one is totally without redemption, right? This kind of one-way street thinking is very common for people with ADHD, and I may slightly resemble this remark. I don't know really how this happened, why I'm this way, but I definitely have to guard against black and white thinking, and I definitely think in terms of absolutes. Oh, is definitely black and white thinking? Is saying definitely? I think saying definitely all the time is black and white thinking. If you are living with a black and white thinker, you may experience a child who is inflexible or is seen as a little stubborn. These characteristics are signs of an all or nothing mindset, and they present a specific set of challenges when trying to keep your child as a partner in social situations, making new friends, and dealing with the different things that come up in life. If you yourself are a black and white thinker, you may be more inclined to cut off relationships, and you may really think in all or nothing terms, which is hard because sometimes then I'm not necessarily seeing that the situation, it has redemptive parts, right? If I think it's the worst day ever, if I think that there's no hope, that it could be an epic failure, I'm not seeing that there are small wins, ways in which it works out, ways in which it's really not such a bad deal, and there's a way forward. Where does black and white thinking come from? Thinking patterns like these arise from various environments, neurology, and the result of life experiences. I think I'm gonna blame life experiences for mine. For example, if you experience a deep loss, if you're constantly criticized, if you feel like your relationships don't work out or that everyone leaves, you are more likely to experience this loss and this stress in a way that may result in some black and white thinking. I think, actually, I'm gonna change my answer. I think that is why I have black and white thinking, because of my anxiety. Wow, they're adding up here. When chaos and overstimulation rule the brain, it can cause people to seek out areas of life they do feel in control of, inspiring them to enact a very stringent, rule-driven life in certain area and to think in absolutes. It helps this overstimulated brain, stressed out by options, stressed out by your environment, your neurology, your childhood, all these different things. The challenge is that the thinking actually represents a misrepresentation of the event. In other words, it's kind of a distorted view of events. The really important thing about this is friendship and black and white thinking. Okay, let's start at the beginning. How you think affects what you do, and your mindset affects how you approach each and every relationship in your life. Black and white thinking can cause problems in relationships and friendships. All or nothing thinking oversimplifies complex issues, which means not seeing the nuances, weighing your options, or realizing different perspectives or the important aspects of a situation. It often leads to cutting people off, breaking up with them, dismissing them, and categorizing them as in or out. Black and white thinking also amplifies emotions. Speaking in absolutes can also create conflict with other people and invite defensiveness as other people feel attacked. For example, when someone says, "You never helped me," or "I can never count on you." Friends may feel defensive since this is probably not an accurate depiction of the situation. It all makes sense to me because one thing the research shows is that people with ADHD often base our assessment of a relationship or a friendship based on our last social interaction, which is kind of black and white thinking incarnate if you think about it, because my last interaction with you might be kind of negative, but I have 30-year history with you that's really positive. But when you wrong me in this one way, or I feel like you were not listening to me, or maybe you were off in our interaction, if I have black and white thinking, I might go to absolutes and think that you never cared about me at all, when in fact you have your own stuff and it's just today that things are going wrong. Yeah, it's a thing. Any way you look at it, black and white thinking is hard to manage either as a person with this kind of thinking or a loved one living with us with this kind of thinking. Thank you so much for staying to the end. Please let me know in the comments what you think and where you struggle with black and white thinking. This is a big topic and I can make more videos about this, and I think we all struggle with it. It's something many of us do, and I'm super happy to talk about this. Thanks so much to everybody who stayed to the end. Bye, friends.